Hello and welcome back to the channel. I realized when I was doing the Frankenstein vlog how much I love this filming location, and also it gives you an opportunity to see some of the other films in my collection. So maybe I'll start to do some more videos here. Today I'm going to share with you some recent pickups, which actually over the last month or so I was so excited about the Criterion sale. I was picking up other movies in the background, adding to my collection, upgrading, etc., but I didn't have a chance to share those with you. So I'm going to do that today. There's quite a few of these, so I'm not going to spend too much time on extra features or anything like that, but I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as I can. And the first one is a movie that I had a while back, but I realized I didn't have a copy of it, and that is Waitress. I just really like this film, and there's the back of that one, and you can see there are some extra features on that. So I picked up another copy of this one. I think it was pretty inexpensive on Amazon. This next one I've been trying to get for quite a while. My wife and I recently watched The Burbs, and so I noticed that the Shout Select edition was on Amazon, and I picked up a copy of that. Love the extra features on this, and we really enjoyed this particular rewatch of it. So I was excited to check out some of the extra features, commentaries, etc. for this one. So there's the Burbs. These next two are Paramount Presents releases that I did not have, and the first one is The Court Jester, and there's the back of that one. These also come with a few extra features, I believe. This has a filmmaker focus on it. And also with these releases, they also come with the this poster. It kind of opens up into this poster, which I think is really great. And then you've got a slipcover with it as well, which, as you know from watching the channel, I really enjoy. Also picked up a copy of Nashville, the Robert Altman movie, which I am a huge fan of. I have the Criterion version of this, but I didn't have the Paramount Presents version. And there's the back of that one. This has the special feature, some of the special features. I think the commentary is the same one, I believe anyway, that the Criterion version has, and this also has the little poster for Nashville, which is right there. So these Paramount Presents releases are pretty good. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the artwork, but I do like having the slipcover, and it's nice to have these films on Blu-ray and as well as a digital copy, which is included in these. This next one, I can't believe I didn't have a copy of it, and I wanted to give it another watch. I've tried to watch this movie a few times, and for some reason just haven't been in the mood for it, but this is The Apartment with Jack Lemmon and Shirley Mclean and Fred McMurray. I love this Arrow release. It's great, and I may have, I don't know if I shared this one in the Arrow video that I did. I think I picked this one up afterwards, but The Apartment, I was really excited to pick this one up, and I'm excited to look at the extra features on it as well. Next up is one of the best movies I've seen all year. This movie came out in 2021, but it is The Humans, based on the play. This one I think I first learned about from my good friend Stephanie over on Movie Chatter, and I really love this movie. My wife and I watched it a couple weeks ago and really enjoyed it. And there's the back of that one. And this one has also an audio commentary. This film is very haunting, very serious, based on a play, but I think they do a great job, and you even get sort of a hint of the way the play version looks during the film. But very, very amazing movie. I really enjoyed this one. This one came out a while ago, and this is from Vestron Video. This is Blu-ray digital of Extreme Prejudice with Nick Nolte. I love the artwork on the front of this one as well, and heard some things about it. I'm sure I probably saw this one years ago, and just but it's nice to get a digital copy and a special edition. This one has a slipcase also. Lots of extra features, interviews, and a commentary, so I'm excited to rewatch this movie. These are some films that I am, again, surprised that I didn't have in my collection, or I've seen so many times but just haven't had a chance to pick up. Let me know in the comments below if you tend to do that. There's some films I see all the time, and maybe I'll pick up the digital copy of it, so then I never pick up the physical copy because I'm watching it over and over again. And one of those is that I didn't have, I'm a big fan of Paul Thomas Anderson, I didn't have The Master, which I think is one of his best movies. And there's the back of that one. So this also has some special features on it as well. But I've seen this movie, but I just didn't have a physical copy of it. So I spent a little bit of the last couple of months upgrading some releases and filling in some gaps in my collection. This is also true for This movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's, I can't believe I hadn't seen this one before this year, but I really enjoyed it. I'm doing a feature on the channel where I'm talking about Blake Edwards movies, and so I'll be talking in some more detail about this movie. But there's the back of that one. And this has, as you can see, lots of extra features on it, including commentaries, which I love. I can't believe I didn't have a copy of this one either. Maybe I should call this video, I can't believe I didn't have a copy of it. But this is the original version of the Terminator, or the original Terminator. Didn't have a copy of it. I've seen this movie so many times, and I just realized I didn't have a copy of it. It was very inexpensive on Amazon, so I picked one up. And there's the back of that as well. Some special features, some deleted scenes, etc. Also did not have these. I have a digital copy of The French Connection, but I did not have a physical copy. I've seen The French Connection so many times. It's one of my favorite movies from the 70s, and I just did not have a physical copy of it. I like this one because this has the commentary by William Friedkin, and so I was looking forward to that. I have not heard that. So there's The French Connection. And also French Connection 2, which I haven't seen. So I'm happy that I picked, well, I mean, I've seen the movie, but I haven't had a copy of it in a while. So, and there's the back of that one as well. So I look for these. I generally keep a list on Amazon of things that I'm interested in picking up, and then periodically we'll pick up a few titles if the price comes down. So let me know if you tend to do that as well. If you're filling in some gaps in your collection, let me know if that's something that you do as a collector. Also a huge fan of this movie, written and directed by Michael Crichton, Westworld. Of course, I love the HBO show Westworld, and I've seen this movie a ton of times as well. I have a digital copy of it. That's how many times I've seen it. But I didn't have a physical copy of it, so I thought I need to pick it up. It was a great price on Amazon, and so I did. Let's see what else I have over here. I've been getting into some Peter Sellers movies lately, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about on the channel. Of course, Peter Sellers collaborated with Blake Edwards, so it kind of falls in line with that. But I've really been enjoying watching some Peter Sellers movies, and this movie was on HBO years ago, and I noticed it wasn't even streaming anymore, The Life and Death of Peter Sellers, and I remember seeing it years ago and really enjoying it. So I picked this one up just to learn a little bit more about Peter Sellers. And the other couple of movies I picked up is The Mouse That Roared, also on DVD. This one could certainly use a Blu-ray upgrade, but I'm happy to have this in physical media, and it doesn't look that great. I've watched a little bit of this. It doesn't look that great on DVD, but I'm happy to have a copy of it. So again, Peter Sellers playing many parts in this movie. And then one that I have seen recently, this is from Warner Archive, and this is I Love You, Alice B. Toklas. And I thought this was great. I really enjoyed this one. Peter Sellers, such a great character in this movie, and there's the back of that one. Again, really no special features on this except for the trailer, but I'm happy I have this one, and I'm just enjoying collecting Peter Sellers movies these days. Let me know in the comments below, too, if you have a favorite Peter Sellers movie, but I've been watching just about all of them, any of them that I can pick up. Let's see here. What else do I have? I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the 4Ks that I have. This first one's not a 4K, but I did pick up a copy of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I started watching this movie. I wasn't really in the mood for it, but I'm interested to try it again to see if I like it. Everyone said so many great things about it, so I'm sure I'll like it at some point. I just haven't had a chance to really get into it, but there's the back of that one. I did pick up the Blu-ray for this, not the 4K, but it was, like I said, a little bit less expensive, so I decided to pick that up. And let's see, these next few are from the Prime sale, and this is a movie that I did not have a copy of, but I've seen, and that would be A Clockwork Orange, and that's the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray plus digital. That's my preferred combination if possible, and these were very inexpensive during the Prime sale, so I picked it up. And let's see here, I think I'm missing one. Let's see, I also upgraded my version of John Carpenter's The Thing. That's a 4K Blu-ray digital. Have many copies of this, but I decided to upgrade it, and so that's The Thing right there, The Thing. Also, that was on discount, Animal House. There's Animal House on 4K. Not sure I really needed this one on 4K, but it was a really good price. I didn't have the movie, so that's kind of my in general, my criteria. If it's inexpensive and it seems like a good combination of things, then I will pick it up. And that was Animal House. And another new one, this is the Blu-ray digital. Haven't seen this one yet, but I've heard so many good things about it. I don't watch a lot of current movies, but I do pick them up during the year, hoping that I'm going to watch them at some point, because I do watch a lot of older movies, as you know, probably from watching the channel. But this is the unbearable weight of massive talent with Nick Cage. And I'm excited to watch this one. I've heard so many good things about it that it's very entertaining, so I'm excited to see that. Let's see what else I have here. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I've got some Kino and some Warner Archive releases. I will say, along with Stanley Kubrick films, I've been trying to complete all my Stanley Kubrick, and I did pick up Lolita as well. Didn't have a copy of this. I've seen this movie. I just didn't have a copy of it, and the price was right, so I picked it up. So there's that one. Let's see. I've got so many here. I recently saw on Turner Classic Movies White Heat, and I didn't have a copy of that, so I picked up James Cagney and White Heat, which, again, some special features there. Commentary as well, which I always appreciate for some of these older films. A couple of Kino titles, and that would be Clint Eastwood in Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Did not have this one, so I picked up a copy of it. There's the back of that. Some extra features you can see too, and I've talked about this before on the channel, but Kino does a great job of providing some extra features on some of these releases, so this one has those. So I'm excited about this one. Also, very much into Westerns, and so this one was recommended, I believe, through a comment, I think, on the channel. This is The Long Riders, directed by Walter Hill. And there's the back of that one. So that's The Long Riders. And then finally some Warner Archive titles here. And I wanted to check to see maybe if I had, there was another one that I thought I was going to show today too, but maybe I can talk about it at another time. But this first one from Warner Archive is The Great Race, another Blake Edwards movie. And I have seen this before. I like it. It's a little bit more slapstick than some of his other movies. Obviously, Pink Panther movies are very slapstick too, but this is a great movie. And so I'm happy to own it on physical media. Next up, I was so excited to see this release come out. I love this movie and have loved it since it came out. I've seen it many, many times, but Gene Wilder and Harrison Ford in The Frisco Kid. And this didn't really have, I don't think it really had a physical media release, or at least a reliable one, for quite some time. So it was great to see The Frisco Kid coming out on Blu-ray from Warner Archive. This next one was also on discount, and I'm a big Spencer Tracy fan, and this is Fury with Spencer Tracy. And let's see, Sylvia Sidney. There's the back of that one. This one has, let's see, a commentary by Peter Bogdanovich, which I always appreciate. So this is going to be interesting to watch, and I'm excited to see it. Also, another Blake Edwards film that I haven't seen that was recommended on the channel is Wild Rovers. This is a Warner Archive release as well. It's great to see that Warner Archive has the rights to the Blake Edwards movies, it seems, and is releasing a lot of these. I've probably talked about SOB and a couple of other films of Blake Edwards that have come out on Warner Archive. Of course, Days of Wine and Roses is also a Warner Archive release. And finally, I can't tell you how big a fan, I'm a huge fan of this movie and the play as well. And this is Mike Nichols' first film, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, with amazing performances from Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. And I didn't have I had a digital copy of this one, and I've seen it again many, many times. Sometimes if I really love a film, I'm going to get a digital copy so that it's always available for me to watch. But I didn't have a physical copy of this, and so I'm glad I picked it up. And there's the back of that one. And I specifically got this one because it's got a commentary by Mike Nichols and Steven Soderbergh. I love Mike Nichols films, and so this is one of my absolute favorites. I think the performances in this are just amazing. I love the Edward Albee play also that this is based on. So I'm, again, happy that I picked that up. So that's quite a few films that I picked up over the last month and a half or so during the Criterion sale. And again, I'm always trying to upgrade titles in my collection, add to my collection, fill in gaps in my collection. So let me know if you've seen any of these films that I've shown today, which ones you like. Let me know if this is something that you do with your collection regularly. Are you upgrading it? I really like to be very active in my collection and making sure that maybe a DVD gets upgraded to Blu-ray and the quality looks really good, so I'm going to upgrade those. Some movies, there's still only the DVD, which is completely fine because I have the film. But if there is an upgrade and I love the film, I'm going to do that. I'm also looking for an affordable price if possible. I generally don't just run out and get all the 4Ks, but if it's a good price, I will, I will obviously pick those up and upgrade what I can. Thanks so much for watching this video today. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. That would be awesome. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.